Hey guys, William Murfitt here. Welcome back to part 6 of the BMW Z4 overhaul. In today's video, we're going to be bleeding the brakes, and this is potentially going to be the last mechanically based video I'm going to do on this car.
I know you don't love me like you say you do.
Today we're going to be bleeding out the brakes on all 4 of the wheels. We're going to be topping up the fluid. We're going to make sure that everything is fine and dandy, no leaks, everything's working, and yeah, it's going to be quite a difficult one to film. I'm obviously filming this intro slightly after the event, but it's going to be quite difficult to, well, it was difficult to get the right camera angles and actually try and show everything in its full potential. So I'm going to try my best. Any questions, as always, please comment down below and I will be able to help you out. Well, I'll try to help you out as best as I can. Right, so that's today's job. The other mechanical job I've got to do is, looking down here, is in this corner of the bumper. It's, well, it's a little bit loose. So I've ordered a replacement clip for that corner. That should hopefully be here in the next few days, or in the run up to Christmas. If it's not, it's going to be the working days between Christmas and New Year. So it's on order, it's on its way, and hopefully we can get this car sorted as soon as possible. So let's talking about what we're going to be doing. Let's get on and do it. So all 4 corners have now been stripped down, painted, rebuilt and put back together. I've just topped up the brake fluid reservoir, which is just here. And I'm also going to use today my new tool I bought, which is the Easy Bleed. The idea for this is the fact that you can do it one person. You have to connect it to a tyre, so you can use the pressure from the tyre to bleed out the system rather than having to pump the brake. I have one of these previously, the bottle split and I just threw it away. So yeah, this is a great bit of kit. So I've got a couple of wheels here that are already inflated. I'm going to use them. I'm not going to use ones from the Z4 because the pump I have is a hand pump. It might be a little bit difficult to get the air back in the tyres. The kit comes with a collection of caps. I've got the right cap for this particular reservoir, and then it's got a tube that goes into the bottle, and it's got another tube that goes onto a tyre. I filled the bottle full of brake fluid. So what it does is, this is like an overflow. So the reservoir's full, this is also full, and when the reservoir level goes down, which it will because I'm bleeding the fluid out, or bleeding the air bubbles out of the fluid, this will act like an air reservoir and like an overflow. So this level will go down, probably will even empty out, so I need to make sure that I top it up before it empties completely. If it empties completely, I'll probably have to go around and do the brakes again because it will suck through air into the system, which we don't want. So, that lid is now tight. It's got a nice little hook, so I'm going to hook it onto the inside of the engine. Put this up here so you can see. So I've got my tyre, and the whole system is actually set up. So I'll connect the valve to the valve. Lock it down into place, a little bit tight. Now that system is actually pressurised now, so you can see, you probably can't see, but the fluid actually running through that pipe into the reservoir. So what I'm going to do is, the reservoir's on the driver's front, so I'm going to start at the passenger rear. I'm going to nick off the bleed nipple, bleed out the fluid until it comes clear with no bubbles, and then go rear quarter, passenger rear, passenger front, driver front, finished. So, armed with a 9mm brake pipe spanner and my bleed bottle, let's get to work. this clearly to put my brake bleed bottle on. This is what I want to see. So as I crack this nut off, you should hopefully see the fluid draining down here. Okay, so the brake bleed is now done. What you do is, with the easy bleed attached to a tyre, it basically forces the air to the furthest away point. So when you crack that bleed nipple open, the air forces out, followed by the fluid, and the fluid pushes all that air through. That's all 4 corners done. I'm just going to pump the brakes up to make sure they're going to go nice and solid. And then I can, in theory, start it. What I want to do is make sure everything is inside the engine base clean, because I spilled a little bit of fluid. But yeah, if you do happen to spill some brake fluid onto your bodywork, water is the best cure, and as soon as possible. So brake fluid is hygroscopic, which means it breaks down with water. So, which is why you need to have regular brake fluid intervals. So the fluid coming out of this was pretty clean anyway, so now it's going through really clean. It's bleeding through the system fine, so super happy with that. As far as I can tell, this part of the job is done. Okay, so all 4 brakes are now bled, and the fluid level is a lot higher than the maximum. So I'm going to take a small syringe or pipette, and although it's going to take a little bit longer than I'd like, I'm going to decant it into a container. And in fact, I'm going to put Wingard. Perfect, right, so the maximum mark is here, the level is spot on. Put the cap back on, and that is that part of the bit all done. So I'm going to just give this a quick wipe down, just make sure all the spillages are gone. The brakes on this car are now bled, the pedal is really good, and it's time to take it out for a road test, if it had wheels. So I'm going to leave this video here, and in the next video I'm going to get the wheels on, I'm going to get it outside, I'm going to give it a thorough clean, ready for the first road test to be a road test and reveal video. If there is anything wrong with it, I can then bring it back into the garage, get it amended. But I'm pretty confident that the brakes and any jobs that I've done are done to a very high standard, a very good standard, that I'm perfectly happy to send this car away and say, yep, that's not going to have any issues. So, as always, if you have enjoyed this content, please hit that thumbs up button, comment down below, and if you can, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be getting on, hopefully, in the new year with some more mini-based projects and some other projects along the way. So, I will see you guys next time. Take it easy.